So one of the effect when you scroll down is this part gets sticky and then the second section starts overlapping it. You could see that this section is still here, but this section is overlapping it. And this is what I'm going to show you how to make it. And obviously I'm not going to show how to make this go left and right because I've already made a video on it, which is called parallax video, and I've shown how to do that, making it go left and right. And if you watch the parallax video fully, then you would know that I've also shown how to do this effect where this part gets sticky and this starts getting overlapping like this. And if you want, you can even make this overlap around here and then have the next element stack on top of it, then have the next element stack on top of it. This is something that you could do with Elementor Pro by default. And if you have Elementor Pro, you can actually go to the page settings, and I think there is a scroll snap option. I've never used it. So if you enable this, well, it is not overlapping it. I've never used it, so probably don't know how that works. I'm not even going up anymore. So again, if you want Elementor Pro, you can actually get it from the link in description, and if you use the link in description, it supports me. So I'm going to go into my page, and for my hero section, this is what I want to make it sticky. I'm going to select this hero section and I'm going to add an HTML widget so that it allows me to add my GSAP. Then I'll go into this GSAP CDN website, which you can simply just Google GSAP CDN and then go into this first link, copy this first GSAP. This would basically make the GSAP work on your website. And then go to this bottom one, which is scroll trigger, select this middle icon again and then paste it in here like this. Now what we need to do is simply type style like this. Before that, we actually need to give our hero a CSS class. So I've given it DM hero already, but let's say I want to use like different CSS class, so I'm going to call it as, I guess, DM stack. So I just did some space so that we can add multiple one, but you could add only one, which is DM stack, or you could add your own CSS class. Now let's go back to our HTML widget, and in here, make sure to do that, else the animation would be like very choppy. So do dot DM stack, open curly bracket, curly braces like this, and then in here type transition, none important. And again, if you have watched this parallax video fully, then I've already explained how to do this. Or if you have watched the full GSAP tutorial, which is like 1 hour video on my channel, which shows you how to animate, then you already know why we do that. Basically, we are just trying to replace the transition that Elementor has added, which conflicts with our GSAP. Then in our script tag, in this we will type GSAP to open parenthesis or this smooth bracket, I don't know what it's called, to single quotation, and type DM stack because that's the element that we want to make it sticky. Add a comma, open curly bracket or brace, whatever it is called, like this. So in here we will add our code. So here we will type scroll trigger like this, open curly brace, close it, and here are some things that we need to type. So we need to type trigger, and I want the trigger element to be same as our this container, so I'll just type .dm stack. And you can actually get this code from the comment section below if you want. You just need to replace the CSS classes, okay? Then we type start. In here we will type 0%, 0%. I've already explained what start and end does in that video, so just keep that in mind. Here I'll type plus equal to and do 100%. Basically this section, which is our hero section, which is the stacking section, would be sticky. For example, this white section, right? This section should be sticky for the 2 times of its size. So as soon as it reaches like 2 times of this size, so this is 100% and this is 200%, right? So 100 plus 100, 200, and then as soon as it reaches here, it's not sticky anymore. And you will understand it soon, so don't worry. And then I'll type scrub true. So type scrub true, type pin true because we want it to be sticky. And here one more important thing that we need to add in here is called pin spacing with S capital, and types false. So by default GSAP adds pin spacing, and usually you would need pin spacing for your sticky effect once, but for this section where we want it to overlap, we do pin spacing false so that it does not add any extra space when it gets sticky. And I think that's all we need to do. So let's do a preview and see how this looks. Let's see if it even works for the multiple elements. So as I go up, you could see now it is starting to, this section is going above this one like this. And make sure that you do not accidentally do something like this. So if you give this one if you give this one 2 z index, and if you give this one, let's say 1, like this, you would see that it's actually going behind, because the second section should always go on top of it. So the second section should be a higher z index, something like this 2. But by default, if you add like no z index, then you don't need to do anything, it automatically will work. But in case you are using z index, then only you need to make sure that the next elements are bigger than the previous one. And you could see now it is sticky, but I still want to show some stuff, so keep watching. If I copy this DM stack and give it to the second element, let's say this hero 2, I'm going to give it DM stack. Let's see if it works. So let's see, if I make this go up, you could see this is not getting sticky. Why is that? And the answer is simple. Our HTML widget is around here, right? It is above our second section. So this is my second section. So the way the browser loads our website is by loading the top elements first, and then it goes bottom, like this, top to bottom. So this one is actually adding the script around here, but the element, which is second one, is not loaded yet. So one thing you could do is you could make this HTML widget at the bottom, so if you just add extra container and hide it and basically make this one be at the bottom, you can even hide it completely so that it takes like no space. But if you just add it at the bottom, it should still work. Or you could do another stuff, which is search for something like event listener DOM loaded, and then go to this Mozilla Firefox website like this. Scroll down until you see this part, which is document add event listener, like this, DOM content loaded. Select this one and add it at the top of your script like this, and then select this one, which is the final braces, and add at the bottom like this, which means that anything that you add in here would only load when your whole page has been loaded. So if you have slow loading speed of your website, then it would like mess the animation up, because it still needs to load your whole website for this code to work. But it just makes sure that you could place it anywhere and it works. So it's your choice, keep it at the bottom or add this one. I like to do this step so that I don't have to like place it at the bottom, which is like at completely different location, and then I have to search it and all. But now I've done this, I need to wait for it to load. As soon as this loads, it is working. If I go up like this, it's not working. Why is it not working? Now, even though I added this, it's not working for multiple elements, simply because this one only works for the first DM stack element in our stuff. So you could say this one has DM stack and this one also has DM stack, but it's not going to work for all of it. It's only going to work for the first one. So there are two ways we can do. One is basically making this one be DM stack 2 and then copying this one, doing paste. It's a annoying step like this one to do it, but if you are okay with it, if you have 1 or 2 elements, you could do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop through each element and then I'm going to add the code to it. So to loop through, we need to do some like basic JavaScript. So let's type something. So I'll type constant DM stacks. You can name it anything. I'm naming it DM stacks. To document, so we are saying from a document, query selector all. So get every element, we are basically saying to query selector all, so that it gets like every element. To open bracket, in that one, in curly braces, type DM stack. What this basically does is that it takes every element in our page which has DM stack CSS class and stores it in this one as an array. Now we need to type something more in here. So we need to actually select this one, type for each, so that it runs the animation for each one of it. Open bracket, open it again and type DM stack. So this time I'm not typing DM stacks, I'm typing DM stack. We can actually type anything in here, so we can even type DM stack element like this, then do space, arrow function like this, and then open curly bracket like this and do stuff. Now we simply need to copy this GSAP code into it, and again this is all available in the comment section, because because YouTube does not allow to paste it in description, so it would be in the comment section, the pinned comment, like this. So all I simply did was added this much. Now I simply need to change the DM stack to this one without any quotation mark. So I'll do DM stack element. This way it is looping through each element and then adding this animation like this. Let's do preview and see how this works. If I scroll down, it is working for this one, and you could see the second one also got sticky automatically, and looks pretty cool, right? And to show you what's happening, if I go into the second section and remove the color, you could see we are basically making this one sticky until it is twice the size of it. You could see this first section with the first hero, we are just making it sticky until it is twice the size of it, which is why we have given it around here plus 100%. So it's basically saying that take whatever size it has and add 100% of it again to it. If you do 200%, it would basically keep it sticky until it is like 2 times of the space, sorry 3 times basically, because it is plus this one plus this stuff, so it is 1. Then if you do 200, it would be like 2 and 3 like this. So make sure to give some colors, else it would just not work nicer. If you want, you can even make it like just be white color so that it looks like this. So consider subscribing, liking and all that common stuff for more, and you could even check my Elementor templates on this website, or check the recommended tools for web development around here. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.